A worker accidentally stepped on a hammer. The hammer slid off the roof and knocked out the screws holding up a billboard. The dilapidated iron frame fell down, killing a passerby. At the same time, a beggar was stealing a manhole cover. But while dragging it away, he hit a rock that was blocking the wheels, and the tanker truck slid down the slope and crashed into the U.S. Embassy's car. A large amount of gasoline poured into the car. The beggar happened to drop a cigarette butt, igniting the gasoline on the ground. With a loud explosion, the ambassador was blown to pieces. However, this seemingly coincidental accident was actually planned by a 6-year-old boy. He was born on June 6 at 6:06 a.m. He had never been sick, but this did not bring him good fortune. Instead, everyone treated him like a freak. On the day he was born, 3 meteorites simultaneously fell to Earth. The Bible prophesied that the devil would descend to Earth, and humanity would face a catastrophe. On the same day, the son of Robert, a foreign ministry official, died shortly after birth. Even more tragically, his wife suffered uterine damage during childbirth and could no longer conceive. He wanted to see the child, but was stopped by a priest, who took him to another delivery room. He said that this child was born at the same time as his own. His mother had died during childbirth, and he had become an orphan at birth. Perhaps there was a connection between them, and since his wife did not know about this, he could adopt him as his own son. Thinking of his wife's inability to conceive again, he agreed, and kept the truth from his wife. The mother showered him with love, carefully nurturing him to grow up healthy and safe. When Deming was 6 years old, the minister of the embassy was killed in a bombing. Robert naturally took over the position. With both family and career thriving, he thought he had reached the pinnacle of success. But on the day of Dai Ming's 6th birthday, an accident occurred. The maid looked at the dog, climbed to the roof, and tied a rope around her neck. She then shouted at Dai Ming, "I'm doing this for you." After saying that, she jumped off the building. Everyone was terrified and screamed, fleeing the scene. This scene was recorded by a journalist. Robert held his son in his arms, but to his surprise, Dai Ming was not afraid. Instead, he waved at the black dog. This incident made headlines. A priest heard about it and came to visit. The first thing he said to Robert was, "Your son is a demon. He must be killed. Otherwise, more people will die." Robert did not believe the priest, and thought he was mentally unstable. But then the priest said, he knew that Daming was adopted, and that his mother was not human, but a wolf dog. Although he had never told anyone about this, he thought it was too absurd. So he had the security guard kick the priest out. The reporter captured this scene, but when the reporter developed the photos, he noticed a beam of white light on the priest's head. He thought it was overexposure, but it was on all the photos. What was going on?